Of federal workers are going without pay amid a government shutdown. But President Trump says his administration has found a way to pay active duty service members.
Rain on the way for our forecast for Tuesday, making it a weather impact alert day. Just how much? I have the details.
The city of San Diego is rolling out its new gray trash bins. I'll tell you when they might come to your neighborhood next.
How San Diego is celebrating the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Navy.
What if you can bring the ocean indoors? We'll show you the massive machine making waves in climate research on the next Earth 8.
Padres manager Mike Schilt is retiring. We're live with more on the surprise announcement. CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers are not getting paid due to the ongoing government shutdown. But tonight, President Trump says his administration has found money to pay active duty service members. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Stephanie Simmons in for Carlo tonight. Well, it's welcome news for many, but there's still some uncertainty on how everything will play out. CBS 8's Steffi Roche joins us live with more on what we know right now. Steffi.
Right. Well, President Trump announced that service members will be paid on October 15th. So that's this Wednesday. Now, a spokesperson for the Office of Management and Budget said the funds to pay the military will come from research and development money in the Pentagon's budget. That money is available for 2 years. The president had previously promised service members would still be paid during the government shutdown. In a Truth Social post on October 11th, Trump said he is using his authority as commander-in-chief to direct Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to use all available funds to get our troops paid on October 15th. Sunday, President Trump flew to Israel with reporters on Air Force One. He discussed the shutdown with the media.
We're taking care of it. We've got the military paid in full. And we're doing a lot of things. We're ending some programs that we don't want. They happen to be Democrat-sponsored programs, but we're ending some programs that we never wanted.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said today that to allow paychecks to U.S. military service members, the government was having to hold back payments to other federal workers and services, including Smithsonian museums and the National Zoo. And according to Reuters, legislation must be passed today in order for those paychecks to go out on October 15th. But because today is a federal holiday, Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day, that means that Congress is not in session, meaning that no legislation will be passed today. So this is causing some uncertainty to remain in place. But for now, reporting live in San Diego, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
All right, Steffi, thank you. Right now, you are taking a live look outside at Del Mar, where it's kind of pleasant, kind of quiet out there. Looks like we've got some clouds in the sky.
I love the pink glow. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us now with a first look at the impact that we can expect from the rain that's on the way.
That's right. It's the calm before the next storm system rolls in, and this one's going to be different. We're not talking about any post-tropical moisture. We're talking about a cold, low-pressure system that's going to also bring down those temperatures. But those rain chances go up as we go into tomorrow. So let's talk about those impacts. So it looks to be a rainy Tuesday. We could start to see some isolated showers later on tonight once we get past about 10 p.m., but more favorable and more widespread for tomorrow. It could even be heavy at times, and that's exactly where we're going to be focusing, especially with those higher rainfall totals for North County. Also gusty winds. So areas that are going to be across the entire county are going to feel those gusts, but when it does come to the wet weather, you're focusing more so along the mountains and towards the west. So let's take a look at when it starts to go up. Once we get past midnight, it gets into that scattered territory. Then by tomorrow afternoon through the early evening hours, you are looking at likely rainfall in our forecast. It's not until we get into tomorrow night that it starts to taper off a little bit more. And we're also talking about some pretty high totals compared to what we just dealt with that post-tropical moisture last week. So we will break down all those details coming up. Marcella.
Thank you, Carlene. And as always, you can find our extended weather forecast on CBS 8 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, after a week-long delay, the city of San Diego started to roll out its new trash cans to homes today. The new gray trash bins are replacing the old black bins, which are really old. Nobody wants old bins.
No, these nice gray ones. I wonder how long they're going to stay like gray. But anyway, the city says 75% of the black bins are 20 years old or older. I know mine is like 22 years old. CBS 8's Alex Cheney is live in La Jolla tonight with a look at the new gray bins and when they could be delivered to your neighborhood. Alex?
Yeah, that's right. Here they are. These are the new gray bins. This one was made on October 7th, so just a little over a week old. We saw the crews dropping off all of these gray bins all over this neighborhood in La Jolla earlier today. Now, if you are still waiting on yours or you have not yet selected your bin size, there's still time. The new gray trash bins are already being delivered in this La Jolla neighborhood this morning. And residents were waiting to see it.
I heard we were getting new bins today. Hey, yo, Cisco.
The workers say they're called in from New York to do the job, and Francisco is going to be living in San Diego for the next 2 years to handle bin delivery and collection.
We got a scanner and we got the list of all the houses we got to do, the streets, like a map.
Good morning, everyone.
In a press conference this morning, the city says residents have 30 days from the delivery of your gray trash bin to request a size swap on the city's portal from the larger 95-gallon to smaller 65 or 35-gallon bins.
Personally, I went for the 65 as kind of that balance there.
Council President Joe LaCava says it's the first trash fee in more than 100 years for San Diego and will help the city upgrade aging bins and trucks while freeing up money for other city services.
Better balance is you get a service, you get charged a fee for that, and then we can use your remaining taxes to really operate the services that everybody expects out of our city.
The city says they're starting with coastal communities and then delivering bins citywide for the rest of the week. The rollout will be phased out over the next several months. Residents will get a mailer or email to let you know when it's your turn to receive the new gray trash bin. The city says the new lighter blue recycling bins will be delivered in spring of next year, and green bins will not be provided this time unless you don't already have one or request another.
Can I ask you about it?
Back on the street, Bryn and her husband are happy with their new trash can.
I think it's awesome. I think, we're treated really well in this area regarding our trash, so it's always picked up super quickly. But yeah, it's awesome to have new equipment always.
For more information on when your new trash bin is going to be showing up or to select that size if you haven't already done so, I've included a link to the city's portal on our website, cbs8.com. Back over to you.
All right, Alex, sounds like residents pretty mixed about that. Well, a major change for the future of the Padres as manager Mike Shildt has announced his retirement. The surprise announcement happened earlier today.
CBS 8's Jake Garriani joins us live from Petco Park with the very latest, including how the Friar faithful are taking the surprise news. Jake?
This was a shocker for the San Diego Padres and all the fans, the Friar faithful out there. Mike Shildt retires just 2 years into his tenure with the San Diego Padres. He has 2 years left on his contract, and we're going to hear from Mike Shildt in just a moment, a letter that he released. But again, just really stunning news for the San Diego Padres and their fans. He's been the most successful manager over the 2 years. He won 90-plus games in his 2 years with the San Diego Padres, 183 total games in those 2 seasons, more than anyone has won in back-to-back seasons. They, of course, made the playoffs in both of their years under Mike Shildt. And again, it was just shocking when you woke up this morning and saw that update that he has decided to retire as the manager of the Padres. He wrote a letter that was obtained by us at CBS 8, and it says this: "It is with a heavy but full heart that I am announcing my retirement from managing the San Diego Padres. It is the decision that I thought about during the season and became at peace with over the last 10 days. I gave every fiber of my being to help achieve Peter Seidler's vision of bringing a World Series championship to San Diego. We fell short of our ultimate goal, but I am proud of what the players, staff, and organization were able to accomplish the last 2 seasons. The grind of the baseball season has taken a severe toll on me mentally, physically, and emotionally. While it has always been about serving others, it is time I take care of myself and exit on my terms." So Mike Shildt stating the toll that the grind of a Major League Baseball season has taken on him. And we will hear from General Manager A.J. Preller tomorrow. He's going to have a Zoom call with the media at 10 a.m. And maybe we'll get a little more light on what the Padres did or didn't know. But I don't think there was anybody that expected manager Mike Shildt to retire in the middle of his contract. And now the Padres have to begin a search for a new manager, which A.J. Preller said they would do immediately. This will be the 6th manager A.J. Preller has hired in his time with the San Diego Padres. The last 3 have lasted just 2 years each in Jace Tingler, Bob Melvin, and now Mike Schilt. I'm Jake Ariani from Petco Park. We'll go ahead and send it back to you. We'll also have more coming up at 6:50.
All right, Jake, now the guessing game begins
Yeah.
as to who's going to get the job next.
That was great perspective, Jake, and we'll all wait to see what happens next.
Well, what experts are saying about a dramatic display from a gorilla at the San Diego Zoo that left a glass panel shattered.
Plus, a special salute in honor of a big birthday for the U.S. Navy.
And the city of Santee adds a temporary expansion to its fire services. We'll have more details after this.